Hey guys, success in real estate's all about activity and action. And here's your best practices tip of the week. Geographic farming. So, a lot of people have asked about geographic farming lately, and I love this subject. One of the things that is a foundation to most people's businesses, it's a core lead generation source. It tapered off during the recession and has come back with a lot of fury now. So let's get right to the point. What are the different ideas that you need to take into account when you're thinking about where to do a geographic farm? Number one is turnover rate. You want a 6% or more turnover rate to get your return on investment. All about holding your money accountable. So if you have something less than 6%, then you are going to be spending more money than you will be getting in return, or you won't get a growth 4-to-1 minimum. You want 10-to-1. Where do you fall? So we have to determine the return on investment that we want and look at that turnover rate. Number two is a dominating agent. Is there a dominating agent in that area? Because if there is, it's going to take you a longer amount of time in order to get traction with your geographic farm. So we have two things now: 6% turnover, and we have a dominating agent. Number three is, how do I pick the part of town? How do I pick price range? So a couple of good things to think about. You don't want a dead part of town. You want a part of town that people find attractive for buyers. Number two is, you want to get a price range that's attractive to a lot of people, but that entry price level range in a lot of our markets is one that is a challenge because it's cluttered with a lot of noise from a lot of agents, and there's not that big of a return, quite honestly, on the commissions. That second or the third move up is where I would position myself. So I would want to be in a market that is going to turn over at a consistent pace, and those guys are going to be move up buyers for you unless they're moving out of the area. Get two deals out of it instead of one. And if you're trying to bring your average sales price up as part of your strategy on your business plan, then we want to use that number. So if you wanted, in Grand Junction, you wanted a $300,000 average sales price, or in Montrose, very similar market, $300,000 sales price, you might can go up to $275,000, hoping to get those $350,000, $400,000 buyers. Hope that makes sense. I know the resort market's a little bit different because you don't have that many people that are year-round residents moving around, so that might not be something you consider. Okay, one more thing that we need to talk about is, how many times do I need to get out in front of them with these touches? Mailers are the mainstay. I mean, it used to be that you could do 12 mailers and you're in. As we got out of the recession and came back in, people started crowding the geographic farm space a little bit. So it got up to be about 18. Now, you could be 20 plus touches in a neighborhood before you're able to gain traction, depending on how much competition you have in that area. So that being said, be prepared when you're planning this out, that how much you want to spend, how big of a chunk you want to take before you commit. You got to make it affordable. So don't break your business's bankroll with just this. You've got to make it a component that's affordable, that you can commit to. I mean, people go out there and they'll do 5 or 6 and then they die and they've wasted their money because nobody's ever going to call them on it. So make sure it's affordable. Finally, jab, 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 right hook. Gary Vaynerchuk, I'm a big fan of his. He wrote a book about this. Give them something, give them something, give them something before you ask. So you want to give them value in the service economy before you ask for business. It can't be the old, do you know anybody looking to buy or sell real estate in the next 30 days? Click. You're never going to hear from them. You got to give value, a newsletter, market report, what's going on for the Christmas holidays in your area. Hey, are you interested in knowing what the value of your home is? I'd love to sit down with you and chat. So I hope this helps. Remember, all of this is great information, but if you don't do the work, you don't get the reward.